tribe? How you guys doing? What's going on with you? You know, every time I schedule my lives, right, it seems like as soon as I'm getting ready to go into my live, something happens. And that's why I'm late. I just be on CP time. My bad. My bad. But we are here. Give me y'all a little lip. You know, I got to give y'all a little lip. Hey, boo. Abby, boo. I meant to text. I had some, you know, I'm about to send you a text real quick because it was something I've been meaning to ask you all day. And of course, I forgot, child. Of course, I forgot. Mr. Pimp Tight, what's up, boo? JJ from the BK, how you doing? Did you have a good holiday? Haven't seen you in a couple of days. Hey, David. How are you? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Abby, I'm going to send you this text right now before I forget again. Okay, I sent it. What's up, Danny? Hey, what's up, little sis? What's up, little sis? Bilo Didi, hey. Cola, what's up? What's up, neighbor? I'm going to just start calling you neighbor, Cola. I'm going to just start calling you neighbor. Child, let me tell y'all how this day was. Oh, girl, you drew the short straw. I had to work, boo. I'm sorry. To everybody who had to work over the holiday, I'm sorry for you. My sister is a chef, and you guys know that she works all holidays because what do people want to do is go out to eat. So they ain't never closed. When it's a snowstorm, they open. You know, I cussed out her boss one time. They didn't know it was me. I cussed her out on Instagram for opening up one time when it was like ridiculous. And I was like, but the problem is you sit here and you argue about it's ridiculous that you got your workers coming out. It's a snowstorm. It don't make no sense, blah, blah, blah. And then they got a full restaurant. So you can't be mad at the owners for wanting to make money, right? Or the managers for wanting to make money. Anyway, child. Anyway. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Captivating Christian? What's up, boo? What's her specialty? You know what? If I had to, I don't know what her specialty is. She's worked so many different places. She's worked at seafood restaurants. She's worked at bistros. She's worked at like soul food, you know what I mean? Like she if you guys are familiar with DC, she worked at Georgia Brown's, which was for a while like the it spot for like southern soul food cuisine, but like upper end cuisine. She's fed Michelle Obama went there one time and she was the chef working, so she's fed Michelle Obama. But you know, they're not allowed to take pictures and stuff like that, honey. But I don't know if I had to ask her. I would have to ask her what she considers her specialty to be, because what she probably gonna say is I can make whatever. What up, Lady T? She'll probably say I can make whatever you want me to make, and I'll be like, well, look, I just asked the question somebody asked me. But my day today. First of all, can we start off with the fact that I overslept this morning? How you have 5 days off from work and still oversleep? But I overslept. I was up late last night and I should have took my butt to bed, but I didn't. And you know, so I overslept. Okay, see, Cola, see, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about with Georgia Brown's. And Georgia Brown's used to have some good food. I used to eat there, especially when my sister worked there, honey. I ate there all the time. Hey, Betty White, how you doing? Hey, Sharon. I ain't seen you in a while, Sharon. Regina, what's up, sis? Gina, I need to talk to you. I need to send you some money. Yeah, I need to send you some money, Gina. Yeah. So I overslept this morning. Child. Then I got to work and we had a faculty meeting today after work. And basically, to make a long story short, my principal attempted to address some of the issues that we are having within our building. And a lot of it is out of his hands. It's stuff that he cannot control or change. What's up, number one Eagle fan? How you doing? And so that was an interesting conversation because you tell us all the things that you can't do, right? And some of it legitimately he can't do. They've changed some things. They have a new code of conduct for the students, and they've taken away a lot of the power from the principal. And, so, not to get into too many details, but, they've changed some things. So you sit here and tell us that there's nothing you can do about certain situations, but then you tell us what we need to do. And I'm like, and I said to him, I was like, okay, so what you just said doesn't make any sense to me. So that was how I ended my day, honey. I started my day oversleeping, and I ended my day with that look on my face I just gave y'all, like, what? So anyway, what's up, Miss Old School? Hey, Sir Hampton? Who is Sir Hampton, and why are we cussing them out, Abby? What we do? Who is Sir Hampton? What did I miss? Who is Sir Hampton, y'all? Abby, who we cussing out? You know what, JJ? I have not eaten at Georgia Brown's in a long time. They got bought up by a new company, and that's when my sister left because the new company that took over, she just was, again, not to get into all of that, but when that new company took over, my sister was like, "Yeah, no, I gotta get up out of here." And honestly, ever since she left, I haven't eaten there. So I have not eaten there since she left, and that was a few years ago. My sister stopped. Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. My sister worked there. Yeah, but they used to have this brunch on Sunday, and the brunch you pay for your meal while you were there, and you got a to-go meal. So you basically had brunch and dinner, baby. What's up, Reese's Pieces? And they used to have this. Y'all know who else I used to love before that restaurant closed? I used to love B. Smith's restaurant. She had a restaurant in Union Station. Oh. She used to make this. They had her collard greens. It was called Swamp Things or Swamping Things or something with swamp. Baby, that thing was so good. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, El Teddy? Sir Hampton is the dick with a smart ass comment about Dwyane posting a pic of his face. Oh, okay. Well, did you hear what? Huh? Betty White, what you talking about? You ate there with Gladys Knight? Okay, Lady T eating. Okay, hanging out with Gladys Knight. Okay, girl. Gladys Knight had one before her restaurants went out of business. She had a restaurant here. Her chicken and waffles had opened up here, but that thing wasn't open that long. I don't think it was open more than a couple of years. What's up, Lamone? Okay, ordering your wings and fries. Betty White, child. I could care less about stuff like that, child. I don't care. Because you might hear one come from me once. I don't know. Shoot, that's life. That's like my students. That's the kind of stuff that when my students talk about shit like that, it irritates me. I'll be like, it happens. It's a bodily function. We all do it. I just, those kinds of things I just don't care about. So if he did, oh well. Care. No, it's Betty, you don't bother me. I'm just saying, like, I could care less, child. Like I said, you might catch me one time. I don't know. Okay, well, let's go on and just jump into it then. So Dwyane Wade, there's been a firestorm over the last week or so. Well, not really week, I guess since Thanksgiving, since Dwyane Wade posted the picture of him, his wife, his son Zaire, and of course his daughter, what's her name? Kavia, how they pronounce it? Kavia? Anyway, Shady Baby. That's what they call her, Shady Baby. She's the cutest she want to be, but honey, them faces that she make, she look just like her daddy. And them faces that she be making, baby. But then, Abby, me and you about to disagree then. So let's just hold on tight. I should have done this as a stream, y'all, because me and you about to disagree. Basically the situation was the picture was posted, and in the picture, Dwyane Wade's son, who has identified, he's come out as LGBTQ last year, and Miami Pride, he came out. And since then, there was another picture that was posted. And then Dwyane Wade referred to him as she. A couple of months back, there was a picture with him, Gabrielle Union, and the daughter again. And Dwyane Wade, the caption under the picture said, "Look at my girls." So that sort of kind of was like, so is your son transgender? Is he identifying as transgender? Or was it just a flippant statement and he, didn't think nothing of it or what have you? Now, hey, Raphael, the baby was from a surrogate. And the baby was a surrogate, but it's Gabrielle Union's eggs and Dwyane Wade's sperm. So it's but somebody else carried the baby. So in the picture from Thanksgiving, the son has acrylic nails on and is wearing a crop top. So there has been a firestorm in reference to that. Okay. No, that's not what I'm saying, Abby. Calm down. Talking to me in all caps, girl. Calm down. That's not what I'm saying, Abby. That's not what I'm saying. And let me preface my statement with this. I am not a parent, number one. And number two, I am not a member of the LGBTQ community. So I preface both my statements with that disclaimer. However, this is my opinion, and this is how I feel, and y'all can be mad about it. I don't have a problem with them embracing their son. I have no problem with that. I don't. I think that is admirable. I think that is great. I love the fact that they have come out in solidarity and has supported him. And I do believe that at 12 years old, he knows that he likes boys rather than girls. I do know that. I can even accept the fact that if he is transgender, because I don't know if he is or not, because just because he's wearing acrylic nails does not mean he's transgender. I mean, mother wears acrylic nails and mother is not transgender. So that doesn't mean that he's transgender just because he likes to put some nails on. But if he is identifying as transgender, I believe you know that too. I believe that you feel that you are in the wrong body. I do. The problem that I have, for me, I do have a problem with them letting him wear acrylic nails. I do have a problem with stuff like that. I do at 12. I do. I do. That's just me. Now be mad at me, cuss me out, talk to me in big capital letters if you want to, Abby. But I do. I just have a problem with it. We're going to get to Billy D. Abby, I'm going to need you to calm down today. You are doing a lot. We're going to get to Billy D. We ain't even done with Dwyane Wade yet, girl. Jeez. Abby is excitable today. What is going on with Abby? Oh. But that's just how I feel, y'all. And again, I don't have a problem with them supporting him. But I do feel like at 12, he is still exploring all of it. At 12, there is still, even though he's in a family that's accepting him and embracing him, it's still a lot that he's confused about. That's my opinion on it. I have a problem with that. I do. Now, I don't have a problem with him turning 18 and getting and going through the whole operation. And if you want to go from being Zaire to Zenaida, and you want to go for, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still my child, and I'm going to accept that, and I don't have no problem with that. But I do have a problem with a 12-year-old wearing acrylic nails and wearing makeup, and so I do. I do. Hold on, let me read the chat. Let me see who cussing me out. I'm sorry, as a parent, I ain't going when you pay your own way out of my house. Until then, it's a no-go. I support you, but you ain't going to do whatever the parent and not the child. I grew up around boys and dressed like them, but I'm glad my mom didn't put testosterone in me. Hey, Luz, was it Luz Cannon? I think it's about a matter of age appropriateness. See, to me, I agree. I think it's more about age for me. It's not, I don't care about the boy having acrylic nails. I do care about him having acrylic nails at 12. I do. Let me be clear. I wouldn't let my 12-year-old daughter wear acrylic nails. So let me be clear about that. I think that's too young for a little girl to have acrylic nails. Just like I think there's certain things that little girls shouldn't have as far as weaving their hair. I think there's certain things that little girls should not have as far as wearing makeup. So some of it isn't just because it's a boy. It's because I think it's an appropriate period. But again, I personally would have a problem with that. That's just me. I'm telling you, that's just me. No, I agree at 12 years old is too early. Well, I don't think they're putting I don't think he's going through any type of transition. I don't think they're putting any type of hormones or anything into him. I don't believe. At what age do you think a child should be taught about this subject? Should be taught about the subject? See, here's the thing, Reese. That's a good question. The reality of the situation is more and more we are seeing blended families. More and more we are seeing, hey, Ariel, more and more we are seeing families where parents come with kids have two mothers, kids have two fathers. I think there's an age appropriateness conversation that you can have to understand for children to understand that everybody's family doesn't look like their family. You don't have to get into the sexual preference and all that. You don't have to get into all of that. But I do think there's a point where you can have the conversation and let kids know so that kids aren't being insensitive to their classmates if they see, that a classmate, now as far as teaching the sexuality piece of it, I mean, my mama was uncomfortable having a birds and the bees conversation about me about heterosexual sex. So I don't know if I were a parent, at what point would I get into the sexual part of it? I don't know. That's a really good question because the kids are exposed to so much earlier now. You know what I mean? They're exposed to so much stuff at such an early age. It's a lot. That's a good question, Reese's Pieces. I don't know. Well, dang, Lamone, you ruined my surprise. No, I'm just playing. We're going to get to that though. I'm a parent of both sexes, and I'm not letting my daughter get acrylic nails at 12. Yeah, I mean, I just think that's young for both sides. I think I'll let my daughter do that closer to 18. Yeah, now high school, again, I have students at my school that, are very fluid. I've never asked them, so I can't say whether they identify as transgender or what, but they're very fluid. You know what I mean? Like, you see them walking down the hall, you might not know. So, but that's high school. And you made a certain decision at a little bit earlier of an age. Okay, Miss Mars. Well, welcome. Yeah. Yana, right, my girls get age-appropriate hairstyles and the crop top at 12. Yeah, I wouldn't let my daughter wear a crop top at 12. I just wouldn't. Now, if she was a cheerleader or something like that, and it was like a cheerleading uniform, which some of these cheerleading uniforms, in my opinion, are a little bit much. But like the girls at my school, the first day of school, we had like this pep rally or whatever, and I guess they were allowed to wear their uniforms the rest of the day because we are a uniform school. But their uniforms were like the bottoms of their uniform. They weren't wearing skirts like they used to. They're wearing boxer shorts, not biker shorts. You know what I'm talking about, the spandex. And I just thought that was very inappropriate for them to walk around the whole day with them daggone spandex biker shorts on. I feel like they should have made them put their sweatpants. I'm sure they have a warm-up uniform. I feel like they should have made them put their warm-up bottoms on. If they want to wear the top, that was fine. That's me. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know. Hold on. Let me get caught up in the comments, y'all. I don't know how to approach the subject with my 12-year-old and 7-year. Yeah, see, Reese, that's a good question. And I don't have the answer, baby. I don't. Hey, Carolyn. I don't have the answer because that is hard. And especially with them being exposed to so much so soon, you don't want them to be misinformed on the street, even though that's where I was misinformed, honey. I knew everything. I thought I knew everything before my mama ever had a conversation with me. And then when we finally did have a conversation, it was so generic. I was like, Ma, really? But The sex talk should happen at 10, Lady T says, and sexuality at 13. Okay. Yeah. My neighbors are gay and my sons are oblivious to their lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, because the reality is, let's remember, kids are taught. Kids are not born with this. They're taught this. They're taught norms of society. They're taught, you know what I mean? They're not born with it. So the reality is, we are, just like we teach them this is what a normal family looks like, you know, maybe there are books you can buy. I know that there are books. I know that there are books. I don't know the age ranges of the books, but I know that there are books. And maybe if you buy them a book and then you guys can talk from there, you know what I'm saying? But I do know that there are books. I don't think my daughter's son or non-binary child should be wearing acrylic nails at all. Okay, see? Not at 12. Yeah, see, again, and I feel like people, I don't have a problem with Dwyane Wade embracing his son, and I don't have a problem with Dwyane Wade saying this is who my son is and I'm proud of him and I'm here to support him. But again, I think sometimes parents go a little too far. Like, what were y'all talking about, that the actress a few weeks ago? We were talking about the actress the actress who the one that's from South Africa, now I know who I'm talking. I can't think of her name right now, but she adopted a black child, and I think they wanted to be a princess for Halloween, and so now she's made this big leap that her child is transgender, and I'm like, no, that's who they wanted to be for Halloween. You have dictated their sexuality to them. Now they may very well in 10 years say, hey, mama, what's up? I think I'm in the wrong body. But how do you make that determination for them at 6 and 7 based on who they wanted to be for Halloween? Hell, I was the Incredible Hulk for 3 years in a row. Am I green? You know what I'm saying? Like, did that make me want, that didn't make me want to be David Banner. I just liked the Incredible Hulk. And my mama was like, I don't have to buy another costume. Okay. You want to be the Incredible Hulk again? Oh, okay, cool. Like, I don't understand. I think we do too much in both directions. I mean, certainly I'm not going to defend a parent who doesn't accept their child at all. Certainly I'm not not defending that, but I think we can go too far in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Scooter done woke up. Well, we know what happens when Scooter wakes up, honey. I had the sex talk this year with my 10-year-old. I bought her a book to read, and she came and asked me questions. Cola, if you don't mind, can you drop the name of the book in the chat? If you haven't already, because I'm behind on the comments. If you don't mind, can you drop the name of the book in the chat? When you get your first job, you can buy you some. By all means, let me approve what you buy, and you can get them. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, El Teddy, hell, depending on how old you are with your first job, you still might not be able to, because you're still living in my house. I mean, certain things I'm talking about. But I'm real old-fashioned when it comes to certain things. I think y'all gonna probably cuss me out for this one too. I think parents are a little too lackadaisical about their kids getting tattoos. And I have friends who have allowed their children to get tattoos. I just feel like that is a permanent decision. If you want to do it with your money. Do it when you are 18. But I personally, now, I'm not talking about if they sneak off and get a tattoo. My niece did that. My niece snuck off, got a tattoo, and she had it for a good 6-7 months. She had it right here on her shoulder blade till her mama caught her coming out the shower, honey. And she just had, you have your towel wrapped around, and her mama caught that. Her mama, what? But I have friends who have taken their kids to get tattoos, and I'm not talking about 18 or senior in high school. I'm talking like sophomore, juniors in high school, and I'm old fashioned that way, y'all. I'm just old fashioned that way. That's just me. Hold on, y'all. I'm behind on these comments. Hey, Kay Edwards. Kay Edwards, are you the same Kay Edwards that was getting your Southern University life on this weekend? Hey, it's just Shay. How you doing? If my daughter 18, she could do what she want. But if you living under my room, no. Okay. There you go. Thanks, Captivating Christian, for dropping my info in the chat. Y'all, anybody that's in the chat, if you knew or you just don't know, there's my YouTube, my Twitter, my Cash App, all in there. Not required, but appreciated. I gave up my V card at 14, and that was in the 90s, so now they start earlier. Yeah, I mean, and let's be clear. Children giving up their virginity at early ages did not start in the 90s. Let's be clear. I mean, we everybody got that family member that had that baby. Shh, yeah, I know. We got my parents didn't talk to me about sex. I was so taught by my dad's adult man. See. And Carolyn, let's be clear. That did not give you an accurate representation of the reality of what sex really was. You were disappointed, weren't you? When you finally had sex, you were real disappointed, weren't you? Because if you go by a porno movie and you think that's a representation, or even a book, a magazine, you were real disappointed. I'm just saying. Charlize Theron, that's it. Thank you, little baby. Hey, little baby. Thank you, little baby. Yeah. Her daughter, her son wanted to be some sort of girl for Halloween, honey, and she didn't identify. She didn't gendered the boy for the rest of his life. You feel like they're exploiting their son? I don't know if I would go so far as to say exploiting, but there's a word that I want to find. It ain't quite exploiting, but it's in there, but it's not. But there's a word I want to find. I don't disagree with you that they're definitely I don't know the word I'm looking for because I don't want to be too. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I'm with you, Kay Edwards. I'm with you. I mean, who said that? Yeah, Kay Edwards. Lord, I got a child. My mama started having to talk with us when my brother was 7 and I was 4 every year because my brother and cousins saw our neighbors having sex. Well, that's a little different. Yeah, your mama was sort of forced into having a conversation with you, child. Sometimes I think women want their sons to be girls if they don't have daughters. Ooh, now that's an interesting concept, Kay Edwards. I said I could fly, but my mom didn't let me jump off our roof. Well, facts. That's my issue with some parents of trans children. A child will change their mind. What happens when the child gets older? That's how I felt. Remember the girl that had the Lifetime reality show? I don't remember her name. I'm sure y'all gonna tell me in the chat. And she was actually transitioning. And she was still in like middle school. I had a problem with that. And me and somebody who I was friends with at the time, we sort of disagreed on that because I had a really big problem with it, and they didn't seem to have a problem with it. And I was just like, child. My mother would actually be in trouble right now trying to talk about the birds and the bees. Told me if I have a baby, if you want to, you'll be the one babysitting. Didn't have sex till I'm married. Child. Hey, Jamila Marshall. Hey, Ariel Day. Look, I feel the same about tattoos. I encourage kids to get small piercings and take it out when you come to your senses. Oh, it's not you. Okay, Kate. It was somebody else. Okay. Luckily, my mother was the sex educator for the county. Oh, well. Unfortunately, I was going around calling kids zygote heads at 8 years of age. Too much knowledge as a child. You know what? That's my best friend, and she gonna listen to this. She listens to all my videos. She gives me a click and a view, honey, for all my videos, but she's a little bit behind. So at some point, she's gonna see this video. But that's my best friend, and I love her dearly, and I've said this to her, so none of this is gonna be a surprise. She's a scientist. So everything with her is very technical. And she does the same thing with her kids. She gives the kids the technical words for stuff, and she doesn't have a problem with it. I'm like, I think you're just giving them too much information too soon. But again, y'all, I'm old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned, child. Kids will be kids and be sexually curious, but the environment and guidance makes it. And I agree with that. And some things are just our bodies doing what our bodies are supposed to do. And so we have to, just like that little boy who thinks he peed on himself because ain't nobody tell him he was going to start having wet dreams. You know what I'm saying? We have to give them the knowledge so that they are prepared and they are ready. But I do believe that you have to give it to them in doses. Well, thank you, Lady T. Call a thing a thing. Thank you, Lady T. The sex talk starts at an early age. I talked to my son in the first grade because that's kind of where it begins. Yeah, I mean, hey, Lisa Terrell, showcasing. I like that word. I like showcasing. I like showcasing. Yeah, I like that. I do like showcasing. I like that. Thank you, Lisa Terrell. No, Abby. Abby. I don't think that's. Okay, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't think that them taking a family picture for Thanksgiving is exploiting. I think that allowing their child to do the things they're allowing their child to do, I think is a bit much. That's just my opinion. No, I was not. I dated older men my first time, and okay, well, they knew what they were doing. You wasn't fumbling around with some, little teenager that didn't know what they was doing, like you didn't know what you was doing. Okay. Kids are fucking wishy-washy, so how can you say you trans at 8 or 12? Regina, it's funny because I can hear you saying that. Like, that's why I started laughing. I heard you saying that because I know you, and I heard your voice and everything. I don't think anybody should transition until after their brain fully develops. That makes sense. Jazz, that's it. The little girl, Jazz. Yes, I always felt like that's a kind of neglect, putting a child through gender reassignment. And then you're going to exploit it by videotaping it and creating a reality show. I don't know. There was so many things wrong with that I had a problem with for myself. But, that's just me. And please stop making kids kiss Uncle so-and-so. See, I'm not going down that road. You had a trans student in kindergarten. See, how you trans at 5? I don't understand. And again, I understand that I don't understand. I'm okay with I don't understand. That's all I got is I don't understand. I don't understand how you trans at 5. Let's add into the equation. What if Charlize's son is only around women, and that's the reason he said he wanted to be a girl? Valid. I only say that because I have a younger brother who was influenced by me playing dress up in our mother's clothes. Doesn't mean he wanted to be a girl. Valid. Very, very valid. The sex talk I was given was to let me know when you are ready. I was like, what the hell? No, that's not. No. Exactly. It's just Shay. If you were a 12-year-old girl walking around with a crop top and acrylic nails, everybody would say, look at that fast-ass little girl. Because let's be clear, he can grow nails. He doesn't have to have acrylic tips. He can grow his own nails. And you can't stop that. I mean, if he naturally has nails that grow, I get acrylics because my nails don't grow. I've tried everything. My nails don't grow long. So that's why I put tips on my nails. And I've been putting tips on my nails since high school. Yes, I paid for them. And so, but my nails just never grew. I tried everything. My nails just never grew. And so I don't, if he grew his own nails, it wouldn't be a whole lot we could say about that. But those are clearly acrylic nails that he has on his hand. I don't see it as exploitation. El Teddy says exploitation kind of says that Dwyane and Gabby are gaining something from this. Well, they are gaining something from it. They're gaining attention. Doesn't mean that they're gaining monetary. They're gaining themselves. They're starting to become spokespeople for parents of LGBTQ kids. They are gaining something from it. Yeah, they are. Like, look at us. We're open. Right. All right, I'm going to finish these comments and then we're going to switch over. We're going to talk about, we got a little bit more information about Gabrielle Union and her departure from America's Got Talent. I'm bringing a little something to y'all. We got a little more information about that. No sex is for adults, and I feel that I don't want my child at 7 and up to be exposed to sex or confuse a child who didn't even know herself. No, and I agree with Ariel. Sex is for adults. However, because kids are exposed to sex so much more, what you don't want them doing is trying to figure it out on their own or experimenting on their own. And I understand what you're saying. You don't want them, and there's a thin line between teaching them about sex, but making them understand that you don't want them doing it. Because, I mean, like, for example, my friend, she found the Pornhub app on her son's phone, and he had hidden it under, because, you know, you can have an app, and it looks like it's one thing, but it's really something else when you open it. And so her son had an app on his phone, and it said PH, but it said Pizza Hut. And it looked like, she said, but it didn't look like the regular Pizza Hut app. And that's what made her click on it, because she do a phone check regularly, but it didn't look right. It said Pizza Hut, and there was nothing on it that looked like Pornhub. But then when she opened it up, it was Pornhub. So, and this was he was in elementary school. So that is, you don't want your child learning about sex through Pornhub. I mean, you don't. So I understand what you're saying, Ariel, but at the same time, I do think there's a point where you teach them about sex, but make it clear that it's something that adults do, you know. For instance, I was literally running around saying I wanted to be a boy at 7 and was wearing boys' clothes and everything. I can't imagine my parents today being so supportive to where they're cutting my hair and taking me to the doctor for hormone therapy. Yeah, I just think that's too much. That's me. I just think that's too much. That poor girl, Jazz, surgery didn't even take. She had to have several to fix the original. It was like, oh, really? See, that's too much. Oh, no. See, Jamila, that's too much. The student was a boy in school and a girl on the weekends. His mom put pictures of him in a bikini on Facebook. See, that sounds like the mama. That's a lot. That's a lot. As long as my kids are in my home, they will not be taking hormones or testosterone. Yeah. Long nails is for, okay, Shonda. Okay, Lady T. Been hanging around El Teddy too long. My son told me he was happy I taught him because his friends were telling him crazy stuff. Exactly. You don't want your kids sitting around. Y'all know the kind of stories we used to tell each other. You don't want your kids sitting around telling each other this stuff. And like I said, you certainly don't want Pornhub teaching them about it. See, in my day, my parents had magazines that you had to sneak around, dig up under stuff. And my father had them daggone Playboy magazines hidden so deep down in the crevices of his closet. I found them anyway. But looking at pictures versus videos, you know? Pizza Hut. Now that's smart. I'll be integrating that. It's exactly right. And when she told us about it, baby, we fell out. She was like, girl, I opened up that thing and it was Pornhub. I said, you know what? It's not El Teddy. You a Capricorn too? Oh, Lord. Child, that Pornhub thing is why I say 10 years old. Yeah, girl. You know what? Children can find porn through Twitter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's out there. Like, hell, sometimes you find it and you ain't looking for it. Shit. Do y'all know that? And this was when early on in my teaching career, there's whitehouse.gov and then there's whitehouse.com. Whitehouse.com was a porn site. Whitehouse.gov was the White House. So if you gave your kids a project to do that involved them looking up the White House, and this was years ago. I don't know. It may be shut down now. If most people just order. Now we know that government agencies are .gov and stuff like that, but most kids just put .com behind everything. So if you were doing a project on the White House and you just typed in whitehouse.com, guess what popped up? Hey, what's up, Micros Miller? The chat has what? We about to get up. We about to change the subject. See, exactly. We about to change the subject. So let's talk about Gabrielle Union. So a little bit more information has come out. You got the sex talk when you were 9. See, when I started my when you started your period, well, I started my period late, so I was like probably the last one. I don't know why, but I started my period very late. So by that time, honey, I'd have had all the talks. Oh, was watching Pornhub in your classroom? Child. Child. I don't even want to out there. Child. Child. What? Child. Man, oh man, oh man. I don't know what I would have done. I'm speechless now. Lord have mercy. Betty, why you said we have internet in my days? I didn't have internet when I was in school, but when I first started teaching, I mean, you had to have that AOL dial-up, but you know. Thank you, Joyce, for saying hi to me first. I appreciate you, girl. Yeah, and puberty does hit differently. So, okay, let's change. Let's go to the second hashtag. We're still in the Wade family, but now we're finding out Gabrielle Union Wade. Big Daddy, I believe it. Big Daddy said, I had no talks, full porn friends, and sex education. And I know that because you're still a freak. And I can say that because I know him personally. Moving on. So, we found out that it may be that Simon Cowell has an issue with women, not specifically Black women. Now, I was listening to something today, and what we found out was that Simon Cowell was the person who didn't see it for Gabrielle Union, didn't like her from the door. And what we found out was that some of the issues that they have, they didn't need to know that. They don't need to. I'm just saying. Danny, do you know who Big Daddy T is? Y'all know each other. Y'all might not know y'all know each other, but y'all know each other. Anyway, so come to find out that they had a problem with the fact that Gabrielle Union used to change her hairstyle. Like every episode, she had a different hairstyle. They were like, they need her hairstyle to be more, basically less ethnic, honey. They didn't like the fact that she came in there with them wigs every week, which is crazy because white people can wear wigs too. So anyway, but they complained about that. Also, come to find out, Gabrielle Union has snitched on Simon Cowell, honey, because Simon Cowell was smoking in areas that had been designated as non-smoking areas. So she snitched on him to HR. So he had a problem with that. Then come to find out that, well, I told y'all about the Jay Leno joke, the sexual joke that Jay Leno, I mean, not the sexual, the joke Jay Leno made about Korean people eating dogs or whatever. Now, mind you, the joke never went on air, but the fact, hey, Miss Credentialed, hey, JD, how you doing? But the fact that, it was said and nobody had a problem with it, she had a problem with it. So, but then they started listing all the other women who had been fired from America's Got Talent. And the list, and I didn't realize how long the list was, but we have Heidi Klum, Tyra Banks, Mel B, and it was somebody else they said. It was another woman that they said. And then, of course, now we have Julianne Hough and Gabrielle Union. Now, they're saying that Julianne Hough isn't saying a whole lot because she has a Christmas special that's going to be aired on NBC. So she ain't really saying a whole lot and speaking up and supporting Gabrielle Union because she ain't trying to mess up her bag. Now, maybe after the Christmas special, she might have something to add, but for right now, she's just kind of chilling. However, it seems that NBC is now doing some investigating because so many people have spoken out in support of Gabrielle Union. People, and I'm talking about heavy hitters like Deborah Messing, like as in Will and Grace Deborah Messing, and some other people have spoken out in support of Gabrielle Union. So it seems like America's Got Talent might have stuck their foot in it this time, or at least Simon Cowell, you know, he's executive producer, creator, whatever, might have stuck his foot in it this time. But yeah, Vince the Gay. Shout out to Alexis Alex. I keep wanting to say Alexis Alex Alexander Rogers. So yeah, it's interesting because I was listening and I said because Simon Cowell released an official response, and of course they gave the just, you know, you know, the song and dance about whatever, chemistry, whatever. But yeah, it seems like that and it was funny because something I was looking at, I think it was Patty Jones, I think, on YouTube. The guy that's on there, where he said, yeah, they thought they were hiring the Bring It On Gabrielle Union, not realizing, I mean, they thought they were hiring the other Gabrielle Union, and they got the Bring It On Gabrielle Union. Child, you know what I'm saying? No, and Andrea Lynch, you know what? I don't know. I have not heard that. But let me say this. It could very well be that there was some fault on Gabrielle Union's part. It may very well be. All I'm saying, though, is that there seems to be some legitimate issues that Gabrielle Union can bring up to say, I was wrongfully terminated. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't there. Maybe she is difficult to work with. I've never heard that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I don't know. Julianne was one of the ones who went to HR with Gabrielle. Now she's being quiet. Yeah, but they say she's being quiet because she's got a Christmas special coming out. Now, once that Christmas special airs, maybe she'll have more to say. I don't know. Yeah. Not that they have released all these other women. Yeah, and that's what they were saying. They said it may just be that Simon Cowell just has a problem with women. I mean, we could probably even go back, you know. So if this many women have been in and out, they ain't come out right. But y'all know what I'm saying. If so many women have come through and recycled through there, there's a reason why they're not lasting long. And a lot of them do only stay for one, maybe. I think Mel B was there for the first couple of seasons, but after that, it does. Hey, what's up, DJ Kool-Aid and Lisa? What's up, Bomb Squad? But it does seem like maybe they only stay for 1 or 2 seasons. And again, it could very well be that Gabby. I mean, that's a question to ask. But I'm just gonna say, if everybody is leaving, if you can't seem to keep somebody working with you, the problem might be you. You know what I mean? The problem might be you. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. Last but not least, let's go on and switch it on over. We'll keep our eye on that story. That's still developing. How they say, still a developing story. It's still a developing story because I'm pretty sure this is going to go back and forth. America's Got Talent doesn't come back until Memorial Day. So they have a couple of months to figure this out. Well, I'm sure they're already taping the shows, but it doesn't premiere. So I'm sure they have time to go back and forth for a little while about this. Well, the thing with Nick Cannon was, Nick Cannon spoke out against the show, but he did it in his comedy routine, and they took issue with the fact that he was making jokes about the show in his comedy routine, and they were like, you know, basically, you out here bad mouthing the show, and he was like, but I was doing that was comedy, like, you know, yeah, it was a little bit of seriousness in it, but I was making jokes about the show, and then they basically tried to tell him he couldn't make those jokes anymore. And a lot of people think that Nick Cannon is just this corny dude, Mariah Carey's husband. People don't realize how much Nick Cannon really has. People don't realize how much Nick Cannon really has going on as far as what he controls, what kind of money he's making, what he's over top of. His production company, like, for example, Wildin' Out. Y'all know how a lot of people go on Wildin' Out and they make those jokes about him being corny and stuff. He was like, I write those jokes. He was like, I'm cool with being the butt of the joke because the butt of the joke has made me rich. You know what I mean? So when NBC tried to tell him, well, we don't want you to make those jokes anymore, Nick Cannon was like, oh, you had me all the way fucked up. Because what you thought was that I needed this job. I didn't need it. I was doing it. I didn't need it. You know what I mean? And so then he really did start saying stuff. You know what I mean? Then he really did start saying stuff. And yeah, then it was a wrap. Exactly, JD Ali. Nick Cannon. I watched was it Unsung, or it was something like Behind the Scenes or something like that on Nick Cannon. Y'all, I think it was Unsung on BET. Y'all go back and look at that, and you will see how much Nick Cannon actually owns. Because he owns a lot of the stuff you see him on, he owns it. So even if he puts out an album and it bombs, he owns it. Even if he puts out a movie and it bombs, he owns it. So yeah, of course he's not making as much money as if it's successful, but that's not, you don't lose. You don't lose. Wasn't Nick Cannon a CEO or high exec for Nick Teen Channel? Yeah, he was. I can't remember all the specifics, y'all, but go back and look at the unsung on Nick Cannon. And yeah, he was El Teddy, and he owned, I want to say, the show that he did for Nickelodeon, not when he first went on it, but he did an Oprah. By the time the show was over with, he owned it, or owned a lot of it, or was executive producer or something like that. And now he has, like, when y'all see the Nick, his logo, look at the end of Wild 'N Out. That has his logo on it. He owns Wild 'N Out. Like, he owns it. And there's another show he has on MTV that he owns. And it's another, like, reality show that he does that's on MTV. And then for a while he had the radio show. He's made movies. He's made music. It's something else they said when I was watching it, and I was like, damn, for real? It's something else that had me that I didn't know he owned it. When they said it, I was like, oh damn, he's paid. But see, he was like, I'm cool with people underestimating me. I'm cool with being the butt of the jokes. I'm cool with people thinking that, Mariah Carey took care of me. Like, okay. All right. Like, if that's how y'all feel, okay. And I mean, I can't be mad at him. You know what I mean? Once he broke that thing down and I was listening to him, I said, oh, he ain't no dummy. He said, yeah, they come on my show and they make fun of me. I wrote the jokes. He said, I wrote the jokes. I said, okay, then. Yeah, he has a talk show come. But I knew that was happening after he took over for Wendy. And Wendy better be lucky her butt came back when she came back, because the Wendy Williams show was about to be the Nick Cannon show. But she saved herself. She came back. But it was about to be the Nick Cannon show. When he flipped his name, Nick, to be CEO over there. Okay, yeah. Nick is very smart. Y'all know he goes to school right here at Howard. He's in I want to say the criminal justice program at Howard. I think he is. Like, he's like in it. Like, sits in the classroom, takes notes. Like, he doesn't like cyber in. Like, he's at Howard. You know what, El Teddy? I knew we was going somewhere with that. I knew we was going to hit a hard left at the stop sign. I knew we couldn't just keep going straight. We was going to hit a hard left at the stop sign. Thank you, JD Ali. Thank you. I knew it. I knew we couldn't just keep going straight. It's business management. Thank you, Shay. I thought it was criminal something. Okay, but it's business management. Hell, what do you need a degree in that for? But I ain't mad at you, boo. Do you? See, there we go. And there it is. Moving on. So, last but not least, I guess we're doing an LGBTQ sandwich tonight, because my first story dealt with LGBTQ, and now my last story is dealing with LGBTQ. And we were just somewhere in the middle. But my last story is, now, some of y'all young folk in my chat, y'all might not know who Billy D of the Williams is, okay? Billy D. Williams is Mr. Code 45. And again, if you are not in my age group, you don't know what I'm talking about. He used to do them Code 45 commercials back in the 80s, baby. I remember my uncle had a Code 45 poster in his basement with Billy D. Williams on it. I don't know. He just did. I remember my mama was in love with him, some Billy D. Williams. If you have seen Lady Sings the Blues, Mahogany, which is probably one of my all-time favorite movies. Mahogany and Imitation of Life are probably two of my most favorite movies in the whole life. But anyway, if you saw Mahogany, Star Wars, okay? All of those. Well, Tyra did that program at Harvard. I'm talking about Howard. Nick Cannon is at Howard, and I think he's in a criminal justice program at Howard. Yeah, Tyra did it at Harvard. So did Swiss Beats did a Harvard program. Yeah. So did Sierra. So yeah. Billy D was the man. Hey, what's up, Mimi? Girl, my mama love her some Billy Dee Williams. Matter of fact, I'm gonna break her heart because I'm gonna call and I'm gonna tell her this story that I'm about to tell y'all. Well, apparently the new Star Wars film, Billy Dee Williams has resurrected his role as Lando Calrissian. And again, you know what I'm saying, Lando Calrissian double-crossed Luke Skywalker, but he made up for it in Return of the Jedi. But in Empire Strikes Back, baby, he double-crossed him. But okay, I'm gonna let that go. So he's his role as Lando Calrissian, he's bringing it back. He's coming back to do this last Star Wars film. Billy Dee Williams is now 82 years old. Now, rumor has it ain't a rumor. It's not no rumor. He was doing the press junket. Y'all know that. They do the press junkets. You know, they just go from place to place to place, basically answering the same damn questions over and over again about the movie and all of that. So I guess he was bored, okay? He was having him a little sippy sip. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? He was having him a little sippy sip, okay? And they said he was sipping on some vodka. Now, I can't confirm that, but that's what they said he was sipping on. They said he was sipping on some vodka, okay? And he just started talking. And while he was talking, he made it clear that he identifies as sexually fluid. Billy Dee of the Williams, at 82 years old, is letting a sister know that he is sexually fluid. Now, let's be clear. Billy Dee came up in them crazy 70s, the disco 70s. I mean, we learned about Richard Pryor a few months ago. For people who did not necessarily know, we learned about Richard Pryor a few months ago and how he used to get it in, you know, in the sexually fluid side of things. So are we shocked that he identifies as sexually fluid? You know, well, dang, lady, hold on. Let me read the comment. You talking to me, Lady T? Hold on, let me go back and read that. You said no shit, Sherlock. You talking about me, no shit, Sherlock? Because I never saw it. I never saw Billy Dee. I never saw that coming from Billy Dee Williams. Baby, I never saw that coming from Billy Dee Williams. Hold on, y'all. I got to go back because maybe I missed something. Not old slick back. I didn't know. Kate Edwards, you said you knew too? I didn't know. I would have never thought that Billy Dee Williams was sexually fluid. I never. All her crushes turned out to be gay, bisexual. Billy Dee, Sam Champion. Oh, Lord. See, I ain't know, y'all. I ain't know, Lady T. See, I didn't see his unsung episode. Damn, I gotta go back. How'd I miss Billy Dee's unsung? I didn't know Billy Dee had an unsung episode. How I miss Billy Dee's? Damn, I gotta go back and look at it. Dang. I did not know that, Cola. Dang, I gotta go back and look at it. At the tender age of damn near dead. You know what? Oh, that's a good one. Little baby, I'm still in it because that was a good one. I thought Billy Dee was gay before I even knew I was gay. Well, I guess I'm just oblivious. I guess I don't have the gaydar because I didn't know. I had no idea. Oh, he said he doesn't have a problem doing the hokey pokey. Oh. What's up, Monk Chip? Hey, baby. You got HD gaydar. I grew up around gay men my whole life. Shout out to my dance background. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, thank you, Mimi. She ain't see it coming either. Well, thank you, Mimi. Mimi, me and you on the same side of the street. He said he's a little feminine. Okay, Andrea, you in shock. Okay, come on over on my side of the street. Come on over here with me. I did not see it. Now, I always thought he was like metrosexual. You know what I'm saying? But gay, never. Well, not gay. Sexually fluid, never. I never saw that coming. It would have hit me on the side of my forehead. Do you think this is because of the way Glover played the role and they said he made Lando seem sexually ambiguous? I don't know. I don't want Billy D or Idris Elba in the same time zone as me. I don't think. Moving on. We finally found somebody that El Teddy don't find attractive. Idris Elba and Billy D. Williams. Okay. Thank you, Reese's Pieces. Okay, come on. See, I got more and more people on my side of the street, y'all. Most men are what? Sexually fluid? I don't care about men being sexually fluid. That don't bother me. I just didn't know he was. yes. Really B has been shooketh. I'm more shooketh than nobody knew. I mean, that everybody knew but me. I'm more shooketh. Billy never did it for me because, again, I always saw Billy as somebody my mom crushed on. So he never did it for me. I always saw him as the uncle that bought the cool gifts at Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like the uncle you only saw like 2 or 3 times a year, but every time you saw him, he was with a different woman. But when he showed up with money or gifts. That's who Billy D. Williams was for me. I'm just saying. Ooh, wait till I call my mom. I'm calling my mama as soon as I get off this live. And I'm going to say, Mama, guess what? Her feelings going to be so hurt. Well, Kay Edwards, I agree. I think that a lot of men have certain, I think more men than what we think experiment or have sexual urges or are just fluid, are just cool with going however way they go, or bisexual. You know what I'm saying? I do think it's more than what we know, especially in this environment where, but I do believe that. Now that I believe. But I certainly. Thank you, Captivate Christian. You ain't know. Even see, it's more people on my side of the street, y'all. It is more people over here with me than over there with y'all. Oh, Denzel's son? Baby. And I have seen his sweatpant print. Baby. People was all taken aback when Richard Pryor was fluid. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, that didn't really shock me. It shocked me from the point of view of that I didn't know. But then when I go back and I look at, like, especially some of his earlier stuff, it didn't really shock me too much. You saw his earlier mannerisms and stuff like that. Child, Lady T, ain't nobody fooling with El Teddy and his who he think is cute. Ain't nobody worried about him. I am confused. I am when people say sexually fluid, what does that mean? They like men and women. Is that what that means? I'm gonna be honest with you. And correct me in the chat. I take it as, that they're fluid. Like they don't identify, they don't want to be labeled as bisexual, as gay or whatever. They just kind of go. They're just, and I could be wrong because again, I don't. But when I hear sexually fluid, that's what I hear. Hey, what's up? Malaya only on YouTube. How you doing, Gary? Shauna, did I say hi? What's up? Denzel look like your stepdad. Oh, Lord. Not running to Google. I'm telling you, look, y'all got to look at Ballers on HBO. His son is on the show Ballers. Go look at like the first season. Yup. Child. See, it's more people on my side of the street. Okay, Lamont said, why does sexually fluid have to mean gay in our community? Why can't a motherfucker just be horny? You know what? I don't have no issues one way or the other. I don't care. Y'all gonna cuss me out about this one too. But that's what I say about bisexual people. I'm like, you just greedy. You just greedy. You just want it both. You want it all. You just greedy. They're the Q and LGBTQIA. That's the Q. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think Prince got a pass. I just think because I thought Prince was gay for a long time. Now, I don't know what Prince was doing down there at the Purple Palisades. I don't know. But at this point, I would not be shocked to find out anything that came out about Prince. I wouldn't. Would y'all be shocked about anything that came out about Prince? Sexual exploits? I mean, I wouldn't. I've always been of the mind that I never assume anyone is gay, sexually fluid, insert term, but I'm not surprised when anyone is either. It is what it is. Yeah, at this point, I'm not surprised anymore either, y'all. John Edwards is fire. What? Anyway, did you guys ever watch... No, I never. The LGBTQ plus community debates on Vice. No, I never did. That's probably a very interesting thing to watch. Y'all ladies need to go to a gay hip hop club at least once. I'm just saying. I've been to gay clubs a lot. I've been to gay clubs. Yeah. I mean, when you say hip hop club, you mean like a regular gay club that just plays like music that's out today? Because I've been to gay clubs. I have a lot of gay friends. I've hung out with them all the time. They get me in a lot of trouble. A hole is a hole in the mouth. Denzel had me go. I'm not even going to entertain that any further. Denzel had me going one time. That was a training day until he took that jacket off and I saw that gut and I was done. Exactly, El Teddy. That's what I'm talking about. Go back to season 1 of Ballers, honey. Yeah, but go back to season 1. John David or Malcolm Washington. He got 2 boys. John David, the one that's an actor. Thank you. You on my side? See, it's a whole lot of people on my side of the street, y'all. It's a whole lot of people on my side of the street. Lady T, one day I'll tell you some of my secrets. I can't say it on here because everybody don't need to know, but I'll tell you some of my secrets, girl. And I'll say that to say I agree with you and I know what you're talking about. Look, I thought Prince didn't care, nor did we. Yeah, I don't know what, I mean, again, nothing about Prince will surprise me. I don't know. All right, y'all, I'm ready to get off of here. Let me get caught up on these comments. At 82, he has a right to be fluid. Child, at 82, you had a right to be whatever the hell you want to be. How about that? Prince was doing somersaults on some shunk. I thought Prince was bisexual. He had on batter boots. Where'd I get bladder boots from? Batter boots than the women he dated. Child. Oh, okay, Lisa Terrell. You said you meant John David, girl, because I was like, John Edwards? What John Edwards got to do with this? I thought you might have been a troll. I said, what John Edwards got to do with this? It is, Andrea. I agree, child. I agree. But I just try to go with the flow and respect people's identities. You know, if they identify as that, I respect what they identify as because I can't keep up either, honey. Greedy, my mama says, bisexual men, they eat at the buffet. Yeah, I just think you greedy. You bisexual, you greedy. When I was a kid, I thought Prince was a woman until I saw him kiss the apple lady. Apollonia. You said the apple lady. You mean Apollonia. Reese's Pieces, I ain't fooling with you. I heard Prince wasn't a good lover. That's from Common Electra. Well, Common Electra married Dennis Rodman. Are we really going to, her judgment, not too sound. Are we really going to, she dated Dennis Rodman. Married Dennis Rodman. Are we really going to, Sheila E. didn't have no complaints. And I would trust Sheila E. before I would trust Dennis Rodman. Common Electra. I'm just saying. Cynthia Bailey said her daughter Noelle came out and that she was fluid. That did not surprise me because Cynthia is bi and so is her dad. Oh, okay, Cash Cow. Okay. All right. Oh, hip hop site specific. Okay. You got a couple of gay friends too. I know. When I said it, I was like, oh Lord, that's like saying I got black friends. Y'all know what I mean, though. I think I got a couple of hell, El Teddy, you gay? You my friend. You gay? Oh, that's right. I forgot. You just a straight man with a dick fetish. That's right. Anyway. You should. It's a good comment. I'm going to look at it. K. Edwards, I'm going to check it out. It's a good conversation. I'm going to check it out. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because the truth is on the other side. Lady T, you funny. I live in the Bay Area. I have every type of gay club a non-gay person can go to without a special pass. Child. You do. You do, Danny. Yeah, Lamone, I just don't. I really don't care. I really don't. I mean, I've never dated a guy who openly said to me that they were bisexual or that they have been with men, but I'm certain that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that I have dated men that have been with men. Like, I don't care. I really don't. At least Billy told his own T. Quincy and Patty spill other people's. Yeah, but Quincy was probably in them back rooms with Billy D and Richard Pryor too. Telling other people's tea. And Patty. Do you think people can truly be bisexual? I just don't see how, unless you are actively involved with both sexes at the same time. Otherwise, it feels like you are one way or the other at that time. Yeah, and maybe that's how people, I can't speak. I mean, I can't say whether somebody can truly be bisexual. I mean, I'm not bisexual, so I don't know. But if you're in a committed relationship with a man, but you're still sexually attracted to women, that doesn't mean that you're no longer attracted to women just because you're in a committed relationship. You know what I'm saying? You're not acting on that attraction because you're in a committed relationship, but you can still be attracted. So I think you can still be bisexual. That doesn't mean that you have to be with all these people. You know what I mean? Prince wore heels because he was 5'2" from the Midwest. He wasn't fluid. Well, Lady T, now I'm agree with the first half of that. I'm just saying. But yeah, he wore heels because he was so damn short. Why doesn't the same greedy apply for all those buffet eating women? No, I think if a woman says she's bisexual, I would call her the same thing I would call a man. You're greedy. That's what I would say. I can't speak for other people. I would say the same thing. And I think women are worse because women get a pass. Because women sort of get a pass at being with other women and they can kind of go back and forth. Whereas if a man, we've talked about that here before, if a man identifies as being, oh, I've been with other men, then all of a sudden, oh, but you gay then. You gay. I even said that at one point in time. I have evolved. But I even used to say that. You know what I mean? So I agree. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Okay. Patty did good on The Masked Singer because everybody knew it was damn Patty. You know what, Captain Christian? Maybe he told her because he thinks Patty gonna spill the beans after he dies. Child. Patty, Lord. In them back rooms having good jam sessions. Okay, Monk Chip. You know, Lady T, I just feel like I don't think it was so much that Prince didn't tell it. I think Prince was just a private person. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck, but he didn't go out just telling all his business either. Prince was a very private person. There's a lot of stuff about Prince that he did not tell. He did not share. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Something caught my attention. I could imagine Prince throwing shade if someone asked. People asked all the time, especially early on in his career. People asked all the time. You know, when you're early on in your career and you don't always necessarily have control over the questions they throw at you, people ask all the time. Now, he always had a smart ass answer for him, but they asked. Now, as he got older in his career and more prominent in his career, then he could control the questions a little bit more. But child, go back and look at some of them early interviews with Prince in the late 70s, early 80s. They asked all the time. He just, and some of it I think he did on purpose because he knew how to create. I mean, he wrote a song about it, Controversy. He has a line in the song Controversy. Am I black or white? Am I straight or gay? He wouldn't answer questions about his racial identity for a long time either. It really wasn't until the movie Purple Rain that people really understood his ethnicity. He didn't answer a lot of those questions either, but he knew how to create the conversation and the controversy. So, I really believe he was a heterosexual male that wasn't intimidated to explore his feminine side. Yeah. So not one man came out to say nothing about Prince. Yeah, but you know what? Nobody ever came out and said anything about Luther. Whoever Luther used to date or dealt with, nobody ever spilled Luther's tea. Damn, Patty spilled Luther's tea. I mean, we already knew, let's be clear. But Patty was the one that said something about Luther. I've never heard of, now maybe y'all have, but I've never heard of any stories on any of Luther's ex-lovers. There ain't nobody write no books. Ain't nobody go on Oprah and tell no stories. Yeah. So just because nobody said anything doesn't mean it didn't happen. Yeah, Luther, Freddie Jackson. Freddie Jackson said he had to tell his mama. He damn sure wasn't telling us. Yeah. So, child, you couldn't look at Luther. Y'all couldn't look at Luther. Google, go back and look at Luther when he was on Sesame Street. Child. Gotta go, duty calls. I'll call you later. Okay. All right, definitely do that. Peace and love. I'm about to get off of here anyway, y'all. It's 7:50. I know I gotta get ready for my 8:00 shows. Everybody that helped Luther at SAC said he was an asshole. Yeah, Luther was that's why Luther ain't get along with nobody on tour. Remember when him and Anita Baker fell out? Then him and En Vogue fell out? Oh, Luther was a bitch. Absolutely. He was a temperamental ass. Oh, yeah, he absolutely was. Well, little baby, I think we know. I don't think we're trying to figure it out. I think we know. Come on, little baby. We know. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to drop my, let me drop my info one more again. I saw a couple of new names in the house. So please check me out on all my social media platforms. I got my email. I got my Twitter, my Instagram, and of course my Cash App. Again, not required, just appreciate it. And y'all, everybody have a great, 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 great day. Some of his lyrics were suspect. I mean, he wrote a lot of his own songs. But he always said that when he would go up and down with his weight, it was when he was in love versus when he would break up with somebody. Luther's weight fluctuated based on his love life. He said that. He never said who he was the love life with, but he said that when you saw his weight going up and down, it was based on him being in a relationship or not at the time. Yeah, our secret love. Yes, okay. Called the police on En Vogue because they saw him before performing. Okay. All right, Gina. Yeah, him and Anita Baker didn't get along because he said Anita Baker sang one of his songs. She said, he was like, I felt like she had enough of her own song. She didn't have to sing my song, but the song she sang, I want to say it was a song she sang backup for him. It was she was connected to the song somehow. She had sung backup on the song, and she had done something with that particular song. And he was like, I just felt like, she had enough of her own hits. She didn't have to sing none of mine. But it was a song he didn't sing in his set. It was something crazy. Child. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Matter of fact, let me write it down because y'all know I'll forget. Let me write it down now. The LGBTQ debate on Vice. And I won't lose this because it's a bill, child. I find, on Vice. All right, y'all. Thanks, Captivating Christian, as always. El Teddy, Ebby for my mods. You guys, if you are not subscribed to Ebby Reviews, please head on over, or Captivating Christian. Make sure y'all check him out. We are trying to get both of them to 1,000. We got Ebby at over 300. I believe Captivating Christian is over 200 now. So we are trying to get them both to their 1,000. Thank you, Lady T, for hanging out in the chat. She is also a content creator. Please check her out as well. Early on, I saw DC Kool-Aid Lisa come through and speak and show some love. Who else came through? Y'all know El Teddy is a content creator, y'all. If y'all don't, y'all go check him out. I think that might be all I saw come through here, y'all. If there's anybody else that I missed. Mr. Credential. Mr. Credential came through to show some love. He is also a new content creator, just starting his channel. So y'all go and check him out. He's going to be focusing on mental health. So y'all definitely go check him out. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming through, hanging out, having a little chit chat with me. And I will see y'all next time. Thank you, Lady T. Thank you, boo.